Sorry about taking a second to set up there. I just had an incredibly violent sneeze. But the important thing is, we have returned. And hopefully today we will be finishing up the randomizer for, well, the first part of the randomizer for Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn. So really the plan is to get, namely just part 1 done today, which will be chapters 7 through 10, but chapter 9's pretty dang easy. So, let's continue. For those of you tuning in that missed the first 2 episodes, they are available on my archive stream, of course, or my archive YouTube. The way the randomizer works is whenever we start up and get a new character at any point, you can already see the ones that we've gotten that are usable and not usable. I will flip a coin in chat by doing so. That way everybody can see it. I will use the command Coinflip, and the coin will either land on heads or tails. If it lands on heads, the character is unusable. If it lands on tails, then I'm allowed to use the character. Unusable means that the character is not allowed to initiate any combat. If they are attacked because they are required to be brought into the level, then that's fine. If they have to do a certain condition in the level, if they have to get to a certain square and arrive, even if they're not playable, then obviously they have to be taken in and fulfilling that command. But aside from that, they are not allowed to be used, they're not allowed to be leveled up. Can still take away their weapons in, like, the bases, can still take away their skills and use them on other players, just not allowed to actually use them in the stages unless the stage forces you to. If it does, they're pretty much delegated to cheerleader duty, which is sitting in the corner like a good little boy and or girl, and just waiting there unless something is otherwise required of them. So, let's begin here. I don't remember at all where we were in terms of items of the last one. Okay, sorry about that. We're back. So characters, I can use Micaiah. Looks like she's in a pretty decent spot. Edward, I got the Swordmaster. Pretty good on items there. Laura's about where I would expect. Aaron's at Halberdier, got good weapons. I probably need to switch out Vulneraries for him. And Valuk, who I don't know where he is. There he is. Start by selling that gem, because that's the only purpose of it. Secret Book, Arm Scroll, Iron Longbow. I think I'll live without the... I mean, the longbow I literally could not care less about. So I think we're good on not taking either of these. Edward's got high skill anyway, so he's not really going to need that. But Kai doesn't really have a lot of skills that actually activate during battle, and Aaron really wouldn't have high skill either way. Even with +2, it probably wouldn't make a difference. So I think we'll pass on those. I might just save the money to forge later on. That's probably what I'll end up doing, yeah. So I have Nihil, Fortune, Paragon, and Beast Foe. I've already upgraded them with Adept and Savior. Cancel and Resolve. Okay. Oh, I'm definitely going to butcher your name. What is up? Lachesis? I'm going to guess? Lachesis 1680? Welcome to the stream. I hope you are having a wonderful day. And had a good 2019 thus far. Yeah, and I think I ended up deciding I was gonna... Oh, what did I decide I was gonna do? I don't think I have a Master C right now, because I would be tempted to just push Laura straight to... Yeah, I don't. I'd be tempted to push her straight to her next class, so she could have light magic to at least defend herself. I think that's pretty much all I can do. Really, since I only have to manage 5 characters, hopefully I'll have a little bit better luck, because the last episode did not go so well, where I got 5 new characters and it came up heads every single time. Is this on an emulator? Technically, yes. It's on the Wii U, but the actual copy of the game is real. Yes, it's on a CD. It's just being run on a Wii U instead of a Wii. So, since the Wii U is technically an emulation of the Wii, yes, but yeah, no, the disc is completely real. So no emulator, no hacks or anything like that, just a normal playthrough of the game on normal. Oh, right. I'm also, like, skipping cutscenes, because if you're looking for, like, an actual how does the story go, I would suggest you look elsewhere. Namely because that would make this take twice as long, if not more than that. Alright, and that's everyone I'm allowed to take. Yikes. I think we're going to be holed up in the corner for this, for the start of this area. Oh, this is gonna be bad. I hope I get more luck in part 2 with some characters. Why is he moving so slow? What? I have the move speed set to fast. I don't know why everybody else was going, or why the 2 armored units were going that slow. They should just go as fast as everybody else. Oh great, it's those guys. Have no fear, Tormada's here. I'm not a fan. I'm sorry. It's not like I don't like his character, but the way that he works in this game, it's no bad. It's no good. It's no bueno. For those of you that don't know, like, this guy shows up in part 1, like, kind of close to the end. You don't see him again until part 4, and by that part, he is grossly underleveled. Like, die in one hit underleveled. It's bad. So I'll really just raise supports here and I guess wait, because that's about all I can do. Whether I get them or not, it's fine if they attack here, because technically there's still other units right now. And they'll remain so until Soth talks to them. I don't think it matters who he talks to. I don't think. Maybe it does. It's either he talks to Tormod or he talks to any of the 3 of them. Nice, good level. I almost hope I get 1 or 2 of them just solely so I have another person I can use. Nice, there we go. Alright, now now that I can breathe slightly, how's everybody doing today? On this lovely Thursday. Ooh, that was a very good level. See, after they kill those guys at the front, they're just gonna, like, hang around Soth, so I might as well just go ahead and talk to them. And just like that, we've gotten 3 new characters. Let's go ahead and start with Tormod, I suppose. Mr. Fire Mage, that, again, right now looks pretty good, but by the time we see him again, well, it's not going to be pretty. Let's just put it that way. Nope, no Tormod. Well, I guess I'm not surprised by that. Let's add him to the list there. I'm running out of space for characters I'm not able to use, so I would kind of like a little bit more luck. It's supposed to be 50-50, and right now it's 33% on success rate. Technically less than that, since Makai was forced to be used, because she's a Lord unit, and so therefore is required to use. There's a couple of exceptions to when characters are required to be used. If I get in a stage, for example, where there's like a stage in part 2 where you only have 2 characters, but they're not required normally. If something like that comes up and I get heads on both of them, then I'm just allowed to pick one of those characters to use. So now, for Miriam, let's see if I can get a little bit more luck. Nope. Still no dice. Awesome. I have to change the font size here in a second. Whoa, okay, didn't want to do that. Come on now. Down you get. Why does it not let me shift that over? Let's do that. That'll work. And lastly, Vika, who I also don't really personally care. I really don't care for any of these 3 units. The only one that would have really come in handy might have been Miriam, but nope, that ain't happening. Alright, well, it ain't great, but it's something, I guess. Yikes. At this point, I'm just gonna have to take what I can get. So, that is what, in fact, I am getting. Alright, to the corner with you. You're staying with me. I'll put you in the corner, but I'll probably heal you in a second anyway. Not what I meant to do, but okay. There are some reinforcements that appear here and here, like they come through doors right here, so I'm kind of okay with just waiting for them to show up and then killing them. Because the last thing I want to do is get surrounded. I'm actually going to revert her back to normal until I need to fight. And I'm probably not going to use her that much, to be honest, unless I really just have to and don't have any other choice. Yeah, as dumb as it sounds, I think I'm just going to wait for those reinforcements to show up. Because if I remember correctly, it is based on turn and not based on how far you get in the map. Yep, here they come. Yeah, I did not want these guys sneaking up behind me and all of a sudden just killing me. That was actually probably a dumb idea. I should have attacked this guy. Well, here's hoping to get lucky, and he misses. Oh, she was strong enough to survive it. Wow. Alright, that works. That was a pleasant surprise. There we go. Alright, now that that issue's gone, we can actually start playing the level proper. Because there should not be any more reinforcements that appear down here. Let's continue on. Now I gotta decide if I want to go right or up here. Probably better off going right. Sorry for not talking that much. I'm kind of more focused on what I'm doing here now that I'm getting towards the end of part 1. Which really, I think the end of the first part's a little bit easier in a sense than the first stages. I got kind of lucky with it being about half the characters I was given I could use, but now that I've had this train of not being able to get very many, it might kind of counterbalance that and make it about the same difficulty that earlier stages were. I'm not worried about the mages against Micaiah. She'll obliterate them. I think at this point I'm just going to build up a defense and let them come to me. Let's get those armored units down here. Uh-oh. Nope, she's still okay. Now's probably a good time to do this. That'll work. Yeah, I had a feeling that might happen. Yep, still okay. Might try to use Micaiah a little bit less now that she's gotten up to level 20. Now we get the privilege of just beating up some mages. Nah. Kinda surprised that Myrmidon didn't come down here and attack me. But if he wants to just hang up there, that's fine. Oh, well, now he probably will. I guess he wasn't close enough to anybody, somehow? It's a bit odd, but okay. Also, I don't plan on letting anybody out of the cells until that group in the top left is gone. Nice, good level. Yeah, let's see if we can get just this guy over here. He doesn't have any range, does he? Nope, he does not. Oh good, you have a vulner, I didn't realize that. You're not coming over here? Just gonna hang it over there? I think I'll wait for this guy to attack and then he'll do enough damage to himself so I can kill him next round. Actually, I could also just do this. Yeah, we'll just hold up here, and if they don't move, then we'll just rush them. Starting with you! Oh, is there a coin there? I didn't know about that. That's a new one to me. I played this game through probably about 15 times. And I played through Path of Radiance at least 10 because I unlocked Ashnard for the trial map, so I know I played through it 10 times. Probably one of the few people that has played through it 10 times. Sense a little bit of hate for Edward here, man. What's going on? Skill, speed, and strength. And health. Pretty much what I was hoping for. That works. Thanks for activating that. I think that's the first time he has, so appreciate it. This is always like the stage that seems that it takes the most amount of time to get through for part 1 for me. Like, even when I play it on easy and I'm just breezing through it. It's also because, too, once you unlock the doors, you have to wait for the soldiers to leave. So it just takes that much more time. Alright, there's 3 of them. Oh wait, there is a Master Seal in the stage. It's right there, so I can get Laura class changed next map if I want to. I probably will want to. Bows, lances, magic, yeah. Probably better off sending Edward first. Though Aaron's a higher level, so we'll put him there instead. I like how they've kidnapped these soldiers, yet they still have, like, all their armor, a shield. Just looks really funny. Alright, they should be gone. Yep. Actually, we probably should go after the mages first. There's one. There's two. Really, at this point, we're pretty much done, because I don't think this guy moves because he's blocking the door. Oh, if I'd known you were going to do that, I wouldn't have... Nah, whatever. I know there's a Master Seal there. I'm not gonna keep... Or I'm not going to give up until I actually get the thing. I had to wait for these guys to go to the door anyway to get the bonus experience. Because at this point, time-wise, or at least turn-wise, there's... We already went well past it. There it is. And while we're waiting, let's go ahead and kill the boss, I guess. Actually, let's go ahead and let him get another level. Let Aaron get another one. There we go. Heck, we might as well just let him kill the boss at this rate. And now we wait. Well, at least the stage itself didn't provide much problem. Had a couple of times where Laura was in trouble, but she had enough defense and speed to not get doubled and survive it, so that was good. And there we go. The soldiers have been freed. Let's get out of here. Nine points for friendly army fought. Well worth the time. Chapter 8, Glory Unwanted. Not a fan of this stage. Not a fan. This might be one of the worst chapters for part 1. So at this point, the Apostles sent out, for those of you that care about the story, the Apostles sent out somebody, i.e. the good side of Benyon, because we've been dealing with the corrupted side of it, is sending out people to check out and figure out what's going on. And so if they manage to find the Liberation Army at that point, they're all pretty much toast. So they're going to set up a trap and try to get rid of the entire Liberation Army in order to force, or in order to keep themselves from being discovered. For now, though, let's pick up some things. Restore, which we'll probably need. And a share icon, which I don't really care about, but I'll take it anyway. Probably need to take another heal staff with me into this one. If I remember correctly, I am going to want this. Yep. Excuse the fake sneezing in the background. Somebody's trying to gain attention. And they're almost 60. I know. It's very sad. We might as well take these and put them in storage. Wormslayer, that's tempting. A sword designed to deal increased damage to Draco Knights and the Dragon Tribe will use. Namely for the Draco Knights here. I think I'm going to take it. Because there are some Dragon Riders in this upcoming stage. They're most of the reason the stage is tough, and not because they themselves are tough. I mean, they are, but that's not the problem on this one. How's this run randomized? Faceplant 567. This run is randomized by the characters that I can and cannot use. So as you can see on your screen, let me move it to mine so I can actually see it a little bit better. We've got sets of characters that are usable and unusable in the two different tabs or two different lines, whatever you want to call them. So whenever we run across a new character, I flip a coin in chat by using !coinflip like so, and the coin will either come up heads or tails. If the coin comes up heads, then I'm not allowed to use that character. The only exceptions to that are if the character is required to be taken into level, they have to perform a specific action like arriving on a certain square, then they're allowed to be used for that. And some characters are preset in my run to where they will be allowed to be used, so Micaiah, Ike, and Alencia, because they're the Lord units of Part 1, 2, and 3 respectively. If it lands on heads, then a character is not allowed to, or if it lands on tails, then a character is allowed to be used as they normally would. So right now, the only characters that I'm allowed to use are Micaiah, Edward, Laura, Aaron, Valug, and Vika. Everybody else that's in here is not allowed to be used. Tornado shows up in a couple stages, so you're required to use him for. Soth required in most stages. But outside of that, it's basically those characters are just not allowed to be used. You can take away their weapons and use them on characters that are allowed to be used. You can take away their skills. But outside of that, they're not allowed to be used in stages unless they're forced to be taken in. If they are forced to be taken in but they don't have any objectives, then they're just basically sitting in the corner doing nothing. So basically a limited pool of characters to choose from, and I've had a not very good run. I had, in the first part I did pretty well and got like an even 50-50 split, and then since then I've only picked up 2 characters and missed out on 6, so it didn't go very well after that. But I've been doing pretty well in the fact that because I'm only using some characters, I'm in class 2. What does this randomizer exactly do? It limits the amount of characters that I'm allowed to play as, so if I flip a coin and it ever comes up on heads, then I'm not allowed to use that character at any point. It's not just for part 1, this goes for all the parts. So if you played this before, you know in part 4 that all the forces team up together, and so as a result, when I get to part 4, like, I'll have to move each character into one of 3 groups, so I'll have to kind of divide it evenly and make sure that I have at least a chance with all 3 groups. It should still be possible? Question mark? I've gotten a pretty solid team so far. I would have really liked to have gotten Nolan, and when I didn't get him, I was hoping for Jill or Zahark, and then I didn't get any of them. So that was kind of unfortunate. So it's a coin flip run. Yeah, because there's no real way to randomize this game unless you are playing it on an emulator, but this is being played on the real deal. It's being played on a Wii U, but the CD itself is real. If I could ever find a randomized run of Path of Radiance or Radiant Dawn, I would definitely play it. That sounds like it'd be a lot of fun. Because I know a lot of randomized stuff is like Link to the Past and Super Metroid, stuff like that. But I'm not that big a fan of Link to the Past, Incoming Flame. But most of the randomized runs that are like in Super Nintendo style games, I didn't grow up with a Super Nintendo. I came to the gaming era pretty late. I started with GameCube, but still played a lot of stuff on the N64. Now I have to decide if I want to level up Laura any further, or if I just want to take the Master Seal I got last time, in the last stage, and just class change her now. Because based on the stage we're going to, that might not be the worst idea in the world. But yeah, that's true. Randomizers usually refers to hacks changing units and classes, enemy classes, starting gear, etc. That is true, but as far as I know, that's never been, or, well, it can't be done right now. At least I don't have the skill to, for this game. For, like, the GBA ones, it totally can be. Oh, I don't know. What is chat feeling on idea of class changing Laura from priest straight to her next class? When she class changes, she gets the ability to use light magic, and because her magic stat is pretty good, she'll do fair amounts of damage with that. But by class changing her early, you also miss other level ups. You get, like, the big level up from the class change, but I would be missing out on some levels by doing that. It's basically impossible to randomize radiant down and path rating since you have to manually change stuff in the files, plus you need to use icon both. That is true, you would have to use icon both of the games. That'd be hilarious to make Ike like a berserker and Path of Radiance like Largo, though. He would have such weird stats. Wish somebody could do a reverse recruitment version of the game. That way in the prologue you'd start with Laren, Kurthnaga, and Ina, so you could hypothetically have a good game. Yeah, that would be nice. It probably still wouldn't happen, but it would be nice. I think I bought everything from this. Everything but the hand axe, but that's useless right now anyway. Her speed's pretty close to max in her current class. Speed's pretty close, res is pretty close, magic's pretty close. Really everything's pretty close except for skill. Explorer isn't much better, her speed isn't that good, so doubting it is an issue, but you are low on people, so damage helps. The big thing is when you get to part 3, her magic stat, whenever she gets there, her magic stat usually by that point can be strong enough to put Ike to sleep in a certain stage, 313, I believe is the stage, and that stage is really hard on easy. Well, not really hard, but like, with a limited cast, it's going to be a challenge. I know it's going to be a challenge. And everybody else that I'm using is at class 2 outside of Micaiah, who gets it at the end of part 1, and Valuk and Vika, who don't get class changes. They just go past level 20. But Edward and Aaron are already at Halberdier and Swordmaster. I could use the bonus experience, but I'm assuming people here probably already know the issue with doing that, is when you use bonus experience, you only get a level up in 3 stats, no more than that. As compared to a battle level up, like actually in a fight or in a stage, you can potentially get a point in everything. If I don't do it now, I'm basically going to have to make this decision at the Part 1 endgame, because Laura won't be available in 1-9. Only one character is available there. I do need to buy her another heal staff, though, unless I've got one while I'm thinking about it. Or mend. I guess mend works just as well. I think I'm going to go ahead and do it, namely for this stage, because this stage is going to be a pain. So since I am going to do that, I'm going to go ahead and give her a couple more levels. This is probably a horrible idea. In a normal run, it would be a horrible idea. I'm going to give her a little bit more points of magic. And let's just go ahead and do it. There's nobody else I'd use the Master Seal on right now anyway. There's 2 more characters that you get in Part 1, and neither of them can class change. If you got Laura only for stabs and she's good now, never tried low managing Radiant Dawn, so I don't know. I will say, I've used every character in Path of Radiance at least 3 times, and I've used every character in Radiant Dawn at least twice. So, like, I do know potential for characters to be good, and Laura can be good, at least in terms of damage and staff ability. As a mage, she can turn out pretty good. Plus, she also gets that point in movement, which is nice. It's not there. This also means if I get put in a bad spot or if I need one more attack to be able to kill somebody, now I've got an option. Plus I can also do this. Paragon might actually not be a horrible idea, because that would double experience from staff use. Ideally, I would have Paragon and Celerity on here, but I think I'm going to go with Paragon. I'd always just switch it out later if I decide that's not what I want to do. Alright, let's hope that worked. First playthrough Radiant Dawn 10 years ago. I always use lore, so my brain says no, but my heart says yes. That's me with Edward. Like, most people I know are like, always use a heart, don't even bother with Edward. But I guess it's probably from, even though I started with this game, it's from playing a lot of the Fire Emblems now. My brain will always say, it's a pre-promote, don't use them. Because in most cases in the older Fire Emblems, that was true. If you got a character that was already promoted, they ended up being terrible. By the time you got, you know, every other character up to that point, the Jagan unit, whatever you want to call it. And so when I see Zahark, I'm like, oh, he's a pre-promote, he's going to be bad, even though he turns out fine, and I've used him before, and I know that, but there's also something nice about starting from ground zero, because when you get those level ups, like, you know, they mean that much more. You know, if your strength is at, like, 40 and it goes up to 41, it's not going to make that much of a difference, but if your strength is, like, 5 and it goes up to 6, then it's a much bigger deal, because that's a much higher percentage. Alright. A lot of characters are required for this one. Nolan, what are you doing in here, boy? Alright, so yeah, a bunch of required ones for this one, so I have to keep in Miriam, I have to keep in Tormod, I have to keep in, the Highland Raphael, who I've not done the coin flip for yet. But I have to keep him in regardless, have to keep Soth. This is going to be a pain. I can already tell this is going to be nasty on these first couple turns. Like, normally what you would do is you would buy the Olivey Grass. This is my strategy when I play this normally. You'd buy the Olivey Grass and give it to one of these two. Tormod would go over and kill this guy on his first turn, and that guy would... both these guys would come down here and Tormod could handle him, no problem. Micaiah and one other person can get that guy out, and these two are just using the Olivey Grass in the first 2 turns to fully charge up, and then they can shift. These characters just go up and around. This group's usually fine. But then when the Wyverns come in, like this one right here, it'll go right here, so you can move Tormod right here. Because if Tormod uses Fire Magic on the Wyverns, typically it does about 22 times 2, so it will kill the Wyverns. For now, though, let's give it a go. I'm trying to keep these two in the corner as best I can. You know what I could do? I probably can't do it this turn, but I will actually likely have to send Micaiah down there completely to help Vika, because otherwise she's going to be in trouble. You should make so you can't use them unless they're force deployed. Well, that would just be Micaiah only for most stages, or Micaiah and Soth only. Not for all the stages, but for most of them it would be. Nice, that was a good level. as for you two, let's go ahead and start with Raphael. See if he shows up. I can live without him, but it would be nice to have him. Nope, no dice. Alright, well, since he's on the pitcher, let's move him up and get him out of here. How about Hyla? It would be nice to have her. It would be really nice to have her, actually. Thank you for actually giving me another character. I appreciate that game. And by game, I mean Coinflip. I don't know why I said the game. I really needed, like, another high offense person, and that is definitely what I would have picked. Rest in peace, Bess Heron. Yeah, no, it's reversed. I called it whenever I did part 1 of this. Yeah, I keep on tail. I'm not calling it each time. I just picked at the start of which one I wanted it to go for and just kept it that way, and I always pick tails when I do coin flips in real life, so I picked tails this time. Oh, so that's a major relief. Which probably means what I should do, if I was smart, is just let Nahila take care of the entire left side by herself, because let's face it, she's not going anywhere. And that'd put another person up here that I can use. You can just hang out there, I guess. What difficulty is this? This is on normal. Because I played this on Wii, and not Wii U, I actually don't have hard mode unlocked on Wii U. I do on the Wii, but not on Wii U. And capture is easier to use for me on Wii U than it is for Wii. That was close. So as a result, I figured I'd play it on normal and go ahead and unlock hard. This is on a quote-unquote New Game Plus, though, so Peleus will be available, provided that it lands on the right side of the coin. But Peleus is available. I could try to do the river crossing thing with Ike, but that's going to be a very tall order. That was probably a bad idea. See if I can trick somebody into going after another unit. Have a hard mode running it. Yeah, hard mode is rough. I have not beaten it on hard before. I got to, like, the start of part 3, and I think I stopped. But it's really hard. Yeah, I'd rather the mages died. Once you get to part 2 in the end game, it's so much easier. Oh yeah, also I don't plan on keeping all those prisoners alive. Yeah, that's hard to do with a normal run. No, they're just gonna keep going after her. Wow, she actually survived that round too. I thought she was toast. I should probably send her after the dragons, actually. But not at 8 health, I'm not. I know poison isn't that big a deal, but I'd rather not have it on her anyway. Alright, Alright, that's gonna give me 40 experience now. Nice. I can't play normal after playing hard. Yeah, I know that feeling all too well for games. You go back, you're like, oh right, this is how it was in other difficulties. And it feels really weird. That guy's getting dangerously close to Raphael up there. I do not appreciate it. This is one of the conditions, by the way. You can't let all those prisoners die. If all of them die, then you have to start over. I guess that guy's just running off to heal. I don't know if he's going to kill a prisoner or if he's just running. Which really the goal is to keep the left side of the prisoners alive, because it's way easier to keep the ones on the left alive than it is the ones on the right. Oh, I bet he's running over to this healer, or he's going to try to anyway. Alright, I'll just see where that wyvern ends up going, I guess. That's for you, Mr. Man. You know how I feel about low accuracy. And by low, I mean anything lower than 85. That's why I was not big on axe users in a lot of the old ones. Yeah, he was just running over there to heal. I'm almost certain of it now. Hello, Mr. Wyvern Knight. I'm gonna get rid of you. Don't get me wrong, I love playing as the Draco Knights, but fighting them, that's a different story. I don't know why that guy actually legit thought I was going to let him go all the way to that healer and just, you know, be okay with it. Now he's going to do the exact same thing the last guy did. Nice. What a maroon. Thunder, fire, yeah, fire's gonna go. I know their accuracy is nothing or basically nothing, but I might as well get them out first. It actually does feel pretty nice to have that healing do double experience, because it already does like a pretty good amount, since it's a set number. I was hoping you'd miss. I would have figured he would have gone for Edward, but okay. Also glad I stuck Resolve on him. Otherwise, that might have ended poorly. Nice, good level. Defense would have been nice, but aside from that, it was pretty much perfect. I feel like I'm playing a dangerous game here. Let's just do that. I had a feeling that might happen. That was why I used the Vulnerary. Oh good, more of those. I don't know if they're planning on hightailing it over here or not. Yeah, I'm gonna watch that boss. I'm not about to run in there. Also, Faceplant567, thank you for the follow. I don't know why the notification popped up on my end twice, but thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. There's the alert. I can see it on my end on my iPad a little bit faster than it'll show up there. But enjoy the dancing Bowser gif. This next wyvern will be killed for you. Oh, I forgot this guy moved. Well, yep. Alright, cool. Yay, resetting. That is something I'm doing this run. I am resetting because otherwise the game might end up becoming unwinnable because of the conditions. But also, Jeremiah, thank you for the follow as well. That boss and his stupid high crit, because I know it's stupid high, was also for you. Oh, right, this is totally the wrong one. I just loaded up a different game. My bad. I'm training Leanne to level 30 on 311 with that 40 luck at level 20, and I'm actively using Mordecai. Wow. I mean, I've done that too, so... Level 21, 12-speed tagger is pretty useful in hard mode. Yeah, I'd believe it. Alright, kept all those. Now that I know I'm sending the loot this way, I can just go and kill this guy. I'm actively using Makalov. I like him in like a really weird... I like his character. His character's hilarious. But I had one run in Path of Radiance where he, like, got insanely good levels every time I used him, and he just, like, tore everything up. It was great. I'm sure that kind of luck will never happen. He got, like, a perfect level up, like, 4 levels in a row. It was insane. Perfect being, like, he got a point in everything. Actually, what I should probably do is just go up here. Also, screw that guy. Nobody liked him. And so, if you can be a good little boy and sit there in the middle of the thing, take some time off, enjoy yourself, you know, view the scenery. It's only turn 2, and I feel like this is already going way better than the last run did. Alright, now she can actually transform next round. Let's get rid of poison. And you... Man, not that big enough. Not a big enough hit to make a real difference, I don't think. He says this will probably get killed later in the round. Actually promoted people in hard mode, it's been useful. Yeah, like, sometimes you just, like, need that instant gratification in order to be able to withstand later chapters. Where it's like, if you played this on easy, you would be shunned by everyone for doing it, but because you're playing on hard mode, it's actually a lot more understandable. So normally when you see people do that early, like, whenever I see them do it early on easy mode, I just cringe. I'm like, you just wasted, like, 6 levels, what are you doing? Do you know how many stats you could have gained by just waiting? Which is also why it's slightly painful whenever you know there's going to be a forced class change and whoever it is, the Lord unit, hasn't gotten to their full... You know, like their full level 20. So they're like playing Path of Radiance on Chapter 15 and Ike's still like level 12. You know, I don't think I've ever used Vika to kill these guys. I think I actually just kept her down here and, like, went up here when I used her. Because in that run I was avoiding all the royals. I don't think I've ever actually had her attack the wyverns in this stage. Wish I thought of it earlier, just had never tried it. Takes 3,000 battle experience points to go from tier 2 level 1 to tier 2 level 2. Yikes. That's pretty bad. Like, I knew it was bad, I forgot it was that bad. That's why I'm always used to, like, the default, like, healing for 1 health type of thing on... Because I play the older Fire Emblems a lot, too. But whenever you play levels and you're just, you know the battle experience is going to be minimal or not useful, you're just used to, like, using every single chance you get to heals, which is why the healers end up being characters you can level pretty fast as a result. Right, let's get rid of that guy. I don't want to go down there to heal him? I guess I might as well. I know Micaiah's sacrifice, but these two will be able to hold these characters off on their own a little bit better. Alright, this is all going down here. Not getting Sigrun to promote on her actual arrival chapter is the weirdest thing. Yeah, I know. That must be really weird. I would legit wonder if this game's going to force me to use a lot of the flyer units, because I'm not, like, I like the Wyvern Knights in this game, basically because they're, for whatever reason, they took the bow super damage out for them. I don't know why they did that, but they did for whatever reason on this game and this game alone. I'll do this. But I've never been, like, big on the Pegasus Knights. There's a couple that I didn't mind using. Est was one of them from, I don't remember which Fire Emblem she was from. I think it was Sacred Stones, but I've just never typically been that big a fan of the Pegasus Knights. My Icon 311 isn't level 20. Yikes. Though I doubt that's any, you know, like, you seem like you know what you're doing, so I don't think that's any fault of your own. It's just, like, I forget how much that hard mode causes an issue. Probably should have switched to a light spell just in case she got attacked, but looks like it's not being an issue. Ha! Get wrecked. When you get critted by a non-forged ranged weapon, that's when you know it's bad. Hekkar's in tier 3. Yeah, and he's, like, I know endgame he's not very good, because endgame you kind of want res over defense. But when people typically play the first time and they play on easy and they find hard, like, he's kind of a truck. Like, by the time you get him to tier 3 and easy, pretty much nothing can kill him. Except for maybe Thunder Mages, but even then they miss so often they probably won't even hit him anyway. What? No, I don't want to drop it, I want to equip it. Now I just need to pray I don't get critted by that guy. Speaking of criticals. Already moved you. Alright. Alright, Radman, show me what you got this time. Thankfully he missed. It was also unfortunate he went after Aaron, because Aaron doesn't typically have, like, crazy high luck anyway. It's just gonna make that crit rate even worse than it already was. Yeah, I've had a feeling you were gonna come down here. Go heal your little buddy. It's gonna put me in an interesting spot next round. On the right, anyway. Alright. There's one. The problem is I'm not able to get all three, and the one that really needs to go is this guy. If this guy goes, I don't really care about him. I'm gonna go and battle save before I do this. The problem is, like, if I kill one and the soldier gets left alive, he is probably going to go after Edward. There's a very good chance he'll go after Edward. I don't think the silver line. Oh, we'll do more, but not enough to matter. Oh, right, I wasn't checking the damage. Good thing I battle saved. I did not pay attention to his damage number at all. Also, yeah, he got that crit last round with a 6% chance. Because of course he did. But if I can have a 95% chance miss twice in the same round, thanks, Valug. Alright, now that I'm actually paying attention to that number, but you know the hardships of hardbound. Yeah, I've played through enough to know. I didn't finish it, but I got to part 3, so I played enough to know the difficulty. Yeah, I may not actually be able to kill anybody this round. Well, I haven't used Vika. I could actually send her over there. And worth a try. Perfect. That's exactly what I needed. That's exactly what I needed. Get out of here. Freaking Radmin. He's like an admin, except not. I don't give a toss about what the healers do. It's just no battle save and no enemy range view. Yeah, and then they do that weird thing with the weapon triangle as well. Yep, there goes the heal, but that's fine. Screw that guy. Yeah, I gotta get defensive on this section, for sure. Alright, let's try that. Wow, he was so slow that even Aaron doubled him. That's crazy. $42.90. Yeah, you should probably get the kill then. Yeah, no, it buffs Boyd and Nolan beyond belief, and Nolan was already really good. It makes Sword Masters, yeah. Taking the weapon triangle out means swords kind of get put on back burner in favor of lances and axes. I'm actually pretty decent on amount of turns, so I think I'm going to end this stage here. I could like try to go and get these two healed, but I think clear time wise I might actually be better just doing this. I might get a little bit more bonus experience this way. Also, my Aaron is a god. Nice. He usually turns out great for me, aside from resistance and usually speed. He's gotten, like, decent speed buffs before. But usually res is the reason that I'll take Nephany over him into the endgame. What could they be celebrating? You just saved a bunch of prisoners. That would be a good guess. Hello. I'm waving to you. I like how the soldiers have animations for lifting their spears and the Myrmidons are just standing there really awkwardly. Yeah, I got a little bit for the turn bonus. Alright, now time for everyone's favorite chapter, One Survives. There's somebody I know that I really want them to play this stage because they played Path of Radiance and loved it, but they've never played Radiant Dawn because they never got a copy of it. But I let them play. I think they played up to 1-3 when they had time for it, but I'd love to see their reaction to seeing that the Black Knight is still alive. Alright, so there's some money. There's pass. Here's Micaiah by herself. That's not where I meant to go. No reason to award experience. Skills, might as well just stick with what we got. Did not mean to go in there. See, I don't know if I'd want to pick up anything here. Master Seal, there's no point, because everybody's already class changing into class 2 except for her, but she gets it later. Everybody that can class change now has already done it. Arm scroll, maybe? And I'm kind of leaning towards yes to get her to psychic faster when she does class change. Shine I don't care about, the range stuff I don't care about. Yeah, I think I'm taking the arm scroll. I could save it for later, but these come in handy later, so I might as well have them now. She does have like enough spells to survive this, I think. Yeah. 23 strength natural arc sage is dumb. Just a little bit, yeah. But I mean, they've already got, like, you know, even with Eliana before that, you have Leonardo, who was a character that they designed to be a mage, and then they changed it to an archer last minute and forgot to change his growth rates, which is why they're so weird. Which, I don't know why they thought they needed another mage, because at the point of the end of this part, you'd have Micaiah, potentially Laura, Ileana, Tormod. Like, you'd have way too many mages. You don't need another one. Surprise! It's this guy. I do find it really weird that he's so much easier to kill in this game in Part 4 than he ever was in Path of Radiance. Path of Radiance, he's tough. He's really tough. Also, pretty much the only reason to attack here is to get the light up to A, but Black Knight coin flip win. Oh, we're doing it now. We're doing it now. Ah, of course. Which is going to make the stage way harder. I am still running out of space by doing that. There we go. Oh no, it is explained. It is explained why it's easier to beat him, but it's just, it's funny. You think it would be tougher because he's already been a boss before, but no, it's not. But because of the whole issue with his armor, you can just take a hammer with Ike and just absolutely destroy him in like 3 hits. Which is weird, because in Path of Radiance, if you do everything perfectly but Ether never activates, I don't think you can actually beat him. Because I think that happened to me once. Is I took an Ike and missed, and all their stats were capped on both of them. But I never got Ether the entire fight, and so I couldn't beat him. I hope I brought enough light spells to get through this. Yeah, we might be okay. Maybe. I might have to go back and get another one. Keep firing, man. You'll hit them one day. I've beaten him in Pathway. Yeah, you can beat him. It's just if you don't activate Ether, then you're in trouble. It's honestly, I think that's probably the hardest fight in the game. I don't think Ashnard is as hard unless you're playing on hard mode, because then he starts moving on turn 8 or 9, and I didn't realize that the first time he played, so he just swooped down and killed Soren, and I was like, oh, he can do that now. This archer's gonna be a bit of a pain. Ileana Maxter stabs, rank at 3 level. Jeez. Form the triangle. We will create the Triforce with people. Thanks, I guess. I'll take a vulnerary, why not? I'm sensing a pattern here. It's almost like the Black Knight's way stronger than any of these guys. It's beginning to look a lot like a landslide. I think I'm making an executive decision on this one. If I do legit run out of light spells in both light and Thani, then I'll probably just let the Black Knight end the level. Because this isn't exactly difficult, but this also means we just have to wait for forever and flush out a bunch of enemies that are, well, not doing a very good job. For lack of a better term. Also, Steel PH, thank you for the host. I don't know why I didn't hear the little poke thing. Should probably run some test ones to make sure that I can actually get them to work proper. And since we're sitting here doing nothing, I might as well pull that up now. Oh, and now the turn starts. All right, I see how it is. Let's see. Yeah, go ahead and kill him. Well, we might get light to A rank by the time we get out of here. Your notifications and I followed you and didn't see anything. See, it showed up on my end, which is weird. Like, it showed up on my iPad and on my OBS window. Oh, right, I actually have to end the turn. That might be helpful. Yeah, that's what it should look like. I'm gonna watch the actual video, make sure it shows up. Yeah, it showed up on my end. It's right there. I might just have to amp the audio up a little bit more, because I not deleted it. I lowered it earlier because it used to be like super loud, and it freaked the fuck out of anybody else that was streaming with me, which, while funny, was not helpful. Oops, I didn't mean to do test fall. I meant to do test host. Yeah, it's on there. increase the size of that a little bit. I just changed the sound that I'm going to test it. This may be like super loud, so if it is, I apologize. There we go. That's at least the proper size. I don't remember changing the size, which is a bit odd. Luckily we're playing on a stage where I can just goof around. Story-wise, this is very important to the plot, but actual action-wise, yeah, this is kind of the easiest stage in the game, probably. If not, it's definitely in the top 3. Try that one more time. Yeah, it seems like it is working. Let me try it one more time very quickly. Well, I'll go ahead and play the turnout. Oh, is that the issue it's having? That might have been what it was, actually. This is going to be likely very loud, but let me try it one more time. Yeah, I think that's what the issue was. The problem with the way this audio is set up, because it doesn't work the way it's supposed to, I don't know what the actual issue is, but the sound gets recorded through desktop audio for the game through OBS, so if I have OBS on my mixer set pretty low, which I kind of need it to be because my microphone's pretty good at picking sound up, then it also means that the game audio is quiet and the notifications are quiet, so that might have been why. So you know what, since you guys didn't get to hear it, let's do the, for both Faceplant and Jerem, we'll do the donation noise. Your names are both now John, and you both donated $62. Well done. But since we don't get to use that one very often, I figured that would make the most sense. I've got to figure out the audio issue on my end at some point. I might just do that. I might just like run a stream tomorrow and see if I can figure that out. About how to get them to run on separate audio tracks or something. So I don't have to play things super loud. Or at least not on my end, they won't have to play super loud. I don't run off and heal. You toad. Wait, is that 22 HP Makai? How'd you give us yours HP gross to Makai, you madman? Yeah, no, that was actually, like, her natural stats. I didn't add anything on there. That's what she's got right now. Should check the light. Yeah, I'm getting pretty close to A. Yeah, usually by now I would have stuck a Seraph Robe on Micaiah, because you kind of have to. If you're playing on... It feels like you have to anyway, otherwise she'll just die in one hit from everything. Dude, quit running off the heel, what are you doing? Yeah, I'm gonna battle save before I make that mistake, just on the off chance. But yeah, again, they're still probably gonna go for the Black Knight because he has no weapon equipped, so he can't counterattack. Well, we're almost out of enemies, I think. I think it's just these four and Jared. I still thought they're running around Micaiah not doing anything to attack her. It just seems really funny. Yeah, you guys are eventually going to run out of vulneraries, you realize that. You can't just keep running away to heal over and over and expect it to work. There's A rank. Yeah, that's as high as she can go right now. It's just like, on paper, the AI should be smart enough to know to just go for Makai and kill her. You're probably just gonna run off and heal again, but we'll do it anyway. Hard mode Aaron Halberdier, level 8. 34, 26, 626, 2011, 15, and 8. Or 2011, 15. 2011, 25, and 8. Try to lower the hit chance a little bit by hanging out in the grass. I get the feeling the soldier's just going to keep using his vulneraries until he runs out of vulneraries. Oh, nope, now we can kill him. Did he actually run out? Did he use them all? No, he has one left. Well, he can die with that last one, I guess. that. Nope, there's still another guy here. Okay. Well, he can go away. And with that, I have no weapons left on Micaiah, so I will have to use the Black Knight. I have no other options. I'll wait for one round, see if the boss pops out. Nope. Somebody's still alive. Somewhere. Get him! I'm gonna battle save just in case Jared decides to just appear and randomly kill Micaiah. There's the other one. Oh, other two, excuse me. There you are, dude, where have you been? Oh, you're not gonna go after Micaiah? You just gonna hang there? Alright, well we have to turn the animations on for this one. Bye! You have to admit, for this game being in 2000 and... let me make sure I'm getting this correct. For this game being made in 2007, early 2007, the graphics still look pretty good now. Which is more than I can say for the ones in Path of Radiance, because they sure don't. So now I need to go get more light spells from Micaiah, or at least one more, but I think Fiona gives you one here. Nice, okay, then it won't be as big a deal. And a blue gem for selling. Alright. I'll just take that. I should probably just take full vulneraries into this last stage for everybody that's going to be in the front. That arm scroll again is tempting me. I don't really need the recover though. Lore's magic's good enough to where it's not that big an issue. I'm gonna lower the OBS volume again because it's... Again, I'll probably fix that tomorrow. I might even do it later tonight depending on how I feel energy-wise. Because I got some other stuff I need to edit for YouTube. But I'll see how I'm doing on time. But yeah, I definitely need to fix that. So I'll probably do some troubleshooting later tonight. Figure out what the issue is with that. Skills. I don't think there's anything... Yeah, I can't take anything off of him. Also, I love this skill because it's so broken. Neutralize an enemy's defenses and do 5 times normal damage. Like, he needs it. Like, good lord. Like, kick a little ass much? Alright. Again, I don't think there's anything I need to buy. I don't really care about any of these. I don't care about that. Don't care about those. Don't care about that. The only thing I might consider getting is the arm scroll, and even then I think I'd rather save my money for part 3. So it's between these 4 for levels. These 2 are pretty close to getting the level anyway. So I can probably just do this for everybody. Yep. Now the question is, for anybody, do I want to A, use it on somebody and get the gratification now, or B, save it for part 3? Because I'm kind of leaning towards save it for part 3 this time, now that everybody's at class 2. Yeah, I think I'm going to save it for part 3. I think that makes more sense. I'll say what I got for part 3. What do I have in terms of just, like, in the convoy? Got some wind edges, brave sword. Yeah, I'm, like, I love the idea of the brave weapons, but you have to be extremely careful with those things. I could sell those, I guess. I don't need the fire spells. Could probably buy one more heal staff for Laura, so she's got one with more uses, but I think we'll be fine without it. Yep, I think that'll work. Let's take a crack at it. You know what I should have done is I should have saved my chest keys, so I could have gotten the stuff in here. So if I remember correctly, that's like a Reaper card or Daemon card. I'm pretty sure it's a Reaper card. That's a coin. That's Parity, I think. That's Vantage. One of these is an unlock staff. I don't know for the life of me what the last one is. I don't remember. This does not look like a lot of people to use to finish the stage. Yikes. I think this is the first time where it's really looked like it was not insurmountable, but like it was definitely noticeable that I had way less characters than the enemy did. And reinforcements do spawn back here, so I'm gonna have to take Soth with me, otherwise I'll just get stuck here and die. Oh right, I forgot to turn the animations off. I'll do that in a second. As soon as Edward's done destroying this guy. Give 2 battle experience level ups to Aaron, plus 2 HP speed, and 1 luck res. No more battle experience. Aaron is now faster than both Tornado and Nolan. I think I just need to promote him. Probably, yeah. So I mean at a Halberdier 80 to 34, or no, to 36. Yeah, I think you probably could just stand to get him to Sentinel now. I was gonna send Vlug there, but if he stood there, then yeah, that guy. That poor Myrmidon, I don't know what he thought he was going to accomplish by doing that. And here come the thieves. The Sea of Thieves. Get out of here, freaking archers. Does the High Lab pass? I don't remember. No, that must just be the thing from Chapter 3 I was thinking. I was like, could just go and kill those guys so I don't have to deal with them. I don't think I'm going to use another Olivey Grass. I think I'll just wait for her to get there naturally. Yep, here they come. Ah, crud. Yep, I wasn't paying attention to that. That was dumb. Yeah, I think I'm just going to reset there. I think that Mario already shot me in the foot. I got mash happy. That was my own fault. Should have switched to steel. Also don't know why the Wii remote just decided to randomly die on me there. I'm pretty sure it's not at low battery. Nope, it's fine. It's at 3. I didn't switch around what I wanted to, right? Yep. I don't suppose I was smart enough to keep a chest key. I probably wasn't. I probably threw them both out. Yep, sure enough did. Alright. Glad I did that. That was intelligent. Right. I always forget if you restart that, it doesn't save your options. What? Dude, you weren't supposed to miss. Okay. Yeah, out of all the people that could have attacked, that was probably the worst option for him. But okay. As long as he's happy with it, I suppose. If only both those strikes had hit. That's one. That's two. Any chance he could break through and kill him? Nope, didn't think so. Alright. Where was that adept last round? Oh, really? Come on now. At least he got out of the way. Stop sending in guys. What are you doing? There's too many of them. I'm just gonna leave him here and wait. I'm gonna choose my targets extremely carefully here. So hoping I'd have room to move back here and block that guy, but I guess not. Alright, that'll work. Haha, fool. Well, I can get one of them now, at least. Dude, you can't hit me from all the way over there if you're longbow. Think you're doing. Cool, I'll take that. See if I can catch up to that thief. Using what's her name? Makara, Seth, Luke, Aaron, and Nolan. All hail Nolan, the powerhouse. I think she get defense because she somehow got hit twice there. Alright. Coin, don't care. Hey, a chest key. If that can get me the unlock staff on one of those two, which I'm pretty sure it's there, then we might be in business. Okay, so here's where the difficulty comes in. I know enemies spawn down here, so I could leave Laura here, but A, that would be putting my healer far away from everybody else, and B, there are reinforcements that show up here a couple times. So I'm not going to do that. I'll probably put 2 people there to just stop all the reinforcements. Let's see if I can get lucky with one of these being the unlock staff. There it is, nice. So yeah, now I definitely need to go there if the thief doesn't get everything. Even if he does, I'm going to leave this one down here so he'll jump down here and inevitably kill himself. Okay. Yeah, that archer's gonna have to die. As is he. Parody. Which parody's probably the most useful thing on there just because the last part of the game needing... Well, not needing, but it helps to have parody or nihil on your characters. Nihil's a little bit better, but obviously more expensive in points. Anyway, moving on. I was about to break anyway, might as well use it where it won't just leave me out in the open next round. It's the other guy with the bow up there. Not him, but the other one have a longbow as well. No, but that guy has a ranged magic spell, so that's good. Alright, now's gonna be the time just kind of building up to getting to where we need to go. And also letting that guy drain out Meteor till it's gone. Trying to think of the other person I'd leave on this bottom section while everybody else fights. I need to take Aaron, I need to take Edward. So I guess it probably will be Laura. That should be Vantage. Yep, that's Vantage. There's the reinforcements. He just has a regular bow. Okay, that's fine then. I guess I could stick Edward here for right now. This might take longer than I thought, so if he can block reinforcements, that works just as good as anybody else. Yeah, here he comes down here. Cheerfully coming down to steal the treasure. Can he get it next round? He totally can. Alright, well then let's stop him from doing that. Well, maybe I'm not able to, actually. Because I think he probably has pass, right? He could probably just go straight through anybody. No? Maybe not? This might work then. Yeah, well, he'll die either way, but hopefully he can't go through. It's weird they didn't have pass, but maybe that's just a natural thief thing. I don't know. Alright, let's exhaust the meteor and kill the reinforcements. No, he can't. Okay, that was weird. I guess it just... Oh, no, wait, that must have been his attack range, not his move range. Yeah, that was dumb of me. Okay. What if I get... What do I get if he dies? Just the last thing he stole? No, I get the coin. Well, that's lame. Probably wants to just steal it back. Speed is higher, but I can't. 'Cause them's the rules. Alright. Not gonna cheat, so I'll just kill him. Speed wing, that was the last one. Couldn't remember what that was. Oh, I thought he was going to come up the left side. That was why I did what I did. Never mind. Alright, is his meteor gone yet, or has he still got one more shot? Nope, it's gone. Alright, cool. Alright, now the question is, where do we go from here? The reinforcements are dead, everything outside of this section's dead. So we start with this. And we'll pull a DMX and knock knock open up the door. I'll summon some more dudes. Try to get those support bonuses. Guess we could just rush one side with a Hyla, but I'd rather not. Because of all the people that need the experience, it's the 3 that are in this line down here. I guess Valoog too, but namely these 3. Should we double S? Yep. Slow and steady wins the race. This end game does do a really good part of actually feeling like an end game for one of the parts. Really, all of them do, except for maybe part 3, but I just don't care for that level. This really does feel like you're playing the final level of the game, even though it's just the final level of part 1. Yes, nice. Alright, at this point I kind of just want to use these 3. I say we start with the right. Well, maybe the left. Well, I don't know. They're both going to be kind of a pain to deal with. Wonder. Alright, Now, as long as one of them can survive 2 hits, we should be okay. If not, that's why we battle saved. Or one of them could just not move at all. That works too. Well, his loss. Alright. Now comes the fun part, dealing with 3 soldiers. Oh sure, yeah, okay, make it 2. That's good for me. I'm happy with that. You can just go down there and kill yourself. Get out of here. Make my job easier. So great, yeah, sure enough, they have exactly what they need to be able to hit me twice too. I'm waiting for Aaron to get back down here. I'd rather him try to take the hits. He's got the weapon triangle neutrality at least. And more defense than Edward will. Alright. Show me what you got. That didn't do a lot of damage for a Steel Great Lance, but okay. That works. I was gonna have Laura kill him, but that also works. Call me crazy, but that 1% critical is going to come back to bite me if I don't battle save. Alright, General Jared. So you have the audacity to approach me at last. Don't expect an easy fight. Before I die, I'll see each of you dead before me. Somehow I doubt that, but okay. Gonna take my time with this one to make sure Edward gets a level. Thought for a minute that was a crit on me, I was about to be very angry. But he got the level, that's the important thing. And a point HP, which means I get to do that. And with nobody else needing healing and nobody else left in the stage, ladies and gentlemen, Randomizer Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn Part 1 is done. We did it! Yeah! So that was pretty even on time. Because for those of you who are not here for parts 1 and 2, it was about 2 hours 10 minutes for the first part, 2 hours 15 for the second, and it's going for about 2 hours 20, maybe not quite 20, maybe closer to 2:15 again, somewhere between those two. but split it pretty evenly down the 3 lines. I'm happy with that in terms of time. And now we have Micaiah the Light Sage, meaning that she can finally heal. Are we gonna watch the up next thing? No, not that. Yeah, Dan got liberated. Congrats. GG, no re. And all that. Part 1 Finn. There we go.
While David celebrates its rebirth, rebellion spreads across neighboring Crimea. The young Queen Valencia holds the throne, but her nation is in turmoil. She begins to doubt her ability to rule. What will become of her country? Part 2 of Countries and Kings.
The difference between continents and countries. Oh wait, that's not it. I do find it interesting that they use that parallel, though. It's like you've got 2 different rebellions going on, and the Dan one, you want the rebellion side to win, but on the Crimean side, you don't want the rebellion to win. Part 2 of Countries and Kings. Starting with prologue on Drifting Clouds. We'll skip all this. No one wants to watch that. So, I am going to start part 2 next time. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to go to intermission. Give me a minute to think about what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to intermission and switch games. But I'm also going to not temporarily. I'm going to end the stream for like 5 seconds because I upload these to YouTube and it's way easier to export them directly from Twitch than it is to pull them off of Twitch, convert them to a file that YouTube will accept, and then upload that file. It takes like the better part of 6 hours to do a video about this size, whereas it would only take about 10 minutes to just export it normally. So I'm going to stop the stream here and then I'll put it back up. And then after that, I'm not sure 100% what we're going to do. I think I'll just pull up a straw poll and give like a few options for ideas that I feel like playing, and we'll just go from there. Yeah, I think that's probably what we'll do. I'll just throw up a few things I feel like playing. So, stream's going to end suddenly here in a couple seconds. I will mention in chat when you're good to refresh. I'm not going to change the game category or anything like that. This window probably will still be up, likely. And just stick around for the straw poll. But first thing I'm going to do is do that. I'll make the straw poll. We'll take a quick intermission. I'll come back and see what the results are like. So, I'll be back in all of about 5 seconds.